Hello everyone, welcome to the Elliott Wave Forex.com YouTube channel. This is Henry. Today is Friday, August 23rd, 2019. The time is 3 a.m. GMT. So today we will be looking at the chart of the Netflix. This is a 30 minutes chart. We can see right here we got the right side down, bearish sequence, meaning the bias or the momentum of the stock still remains to the downside. Alright, so we can see right here, this rally to $316 ended with 2. Since then, we got what looks like a 5 ways down, ending with 1. And then this is a wave 2. So this 1 and 2 is within the wave 3 in the red. So this is the lower degree right here. And now we are in the process of finishing with 3 to the downside, right? So we finished this with 1 of 3 as a diagonal. Now looking for the bounce here in the wave 2 of 3 to fail and then extend lower. Alright, so we are looking to continue to see more selling pressure from the Netflix and from the stock to extend to the downside. Now if we step back and looking at the larger degree, let's take a look here first of all in the daily first, right? In the daily time frame. So I put here the 2 and 1 in the black here, which corresponds to this 2 and 1 in the 30 minutes chart, and then this 2 in the red is somewhere here. That means this is your 1 in the red. So if we just step back and look at the daily chart, we can see right here this sell-off. This one definitely is an impulse. I think everybody should agree with that. So this looks like a 5 ways down, and then we got a correction finish, and then since that correction, we have since then extended lower again. Right? So in other words, we have already resumed the next leg to the downside in the Netflix, and if this is a 5, this is either a 1, a 2, or an AB, but you need a 5 waves within the C leg, right? At the least, it needs to be subdivided into 5, and so far I can only see 1, 2, 3 so far, right? So regardless whether the count here is correct or not, it looks to me that at least you will have a 5 ways down in the C leg. So assuming the most conservative view that this entire move is not with 1 but with A, right? So that means suppose this is a wave A, then it looks incomplete to me in the C leg, right? It needs a 5 ways down. So as far as we stay below this level here, we can at least see one more boost lower. Now the question remains to be what exactly is the structure and so on. Now that's to be answered later on, but at the least it looks to me the structure is incomplete from this peak here in terms of the downside. Okay, so now if we go with the proposed count that this is a 1 2 1 2, let's say, then we are going to be looking for the downside, right? And therefore again any bounce will fail against this 316.6, right, which is this wave 2. But I think the more important level actually is this level here, which is the 338, which is the more important sort of level not to be broken in order for us to get more downside. Now no question asked though, this since the initial sell-off, the next sell-off has been kind of choppy, right? There is no question on that. So it's a little bit overlapping, a little bit choppy, but we need to gain momentum first, soon if we are really going to extend lower in the Netflix right here. Now as to what is the target on the downside, okay, now if we just assume the most conservative scenario, okay, so this, let's say if this is with 1, with 2, with 3, this with 3 currently is the shortest wave. So the shortest wave, I mean with 3 cannot be in the shortest wave technically in a 5 ways down. Okay, so we need to at least break below here to at least at minimum showing a 5 ways down, and then this leg needs to be technically shorter than this leg if this is going to be 1 2 3 4 5, let's say. So I'm just looking at the most sort of conservative view here. So the 100% extension here is going to be 282, between 282 to 164, right? So let's say if Netflix actually breaks down and go below 282, technically this is already longer than this. Then you cannot even call this 1 2 3 4 5 anymore, because then this is going to be in the shortest wave, which is not allowed in Elliott Wave. So that's why I think this proposed count that we have is going to get validation, or get confirmation, better confirmation, if we really can break down and goes below 282, right? Otherwise you can still say, well, it's a short C, leg here, ending here, and then starts to go higher again, and so on, right? So that's the idea, guys, with the Netflix. But structure wise, looking for more downside at least one more time to break below this previous low here, right? At least one more time to break below this previous low. And the proposed count now is a 1212, and so if it is a 1212, again, at the least, if you go with the minimal sort of target theory, then you should be at least getting into the $282 on the downside. Alright, so that's the idea, guys, for today. And for the updates on Netflix or other stocks, ETF, feel free to check our service. We have 14 days free trial, and the link is provided in the description of the video below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys again next week. Have a good weekend, everyone.